go live on everything. Oh, I know it's been a while. I'm sorry, everyone. As big as that. Just need that here. Sorry, give me one moment while I get everything all situated. I know, it's been a while. Sorry, but I got major FOMO all of a sudden. Because I haven't been able to play this game well, I've been playing it, but I haven't been able to do much in the storyline since the new patch came out, so yeah, so. Hi Gabe, hi everyone, I know, it's been a while. I'm sorry, but I got major FOMO, so we're gonna play this until my nighttime meds kick in. So yeah, I don't know what to do first. I don't know if I need to, you know, I should probably do the main storyline and then we can work on. I would love to go to PAX. I would love to go. One of these days I would like to. Especially because Yoshi P has been like doing a lot with PAX now. I know, Michael, I'm sorry. I used to stream a lot more, but then life gets in the way. What is over here? I don't know what that is, but I need to go to the back room. I was streaming a lot more. For those who are new, I used to stream a lot more. I tried doing it a couple times a week, but you know, life gets in the way. I have a social life now, which is it's fun and exhausting at the same time. And then I had tendonitis in both my hands, so I've been babying my hands for a while. But there's a new patch out. I need to do this. I'm told it's supposed to be really good, so let's get to it. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't remember what I know. Speen, the real Speen is back. We fought her caretaker, who was based off of Beatrix from FF9. Battle was amazing. So we're going to continue that storyline. So yeah. Let's see what happens. And now we're talking to Shale. If you have a moment, Geode wants to take stock of the current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. I know, I'm sorry. Me and a social life, it just started too. There's supposed to be like a lot of spoken dialogue here too. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandra is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first, then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. That happened? And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. Jessica! Thank you. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. No additional reports have been logged. As far as I know, that's the good news. The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. My little Galucha, oh you, my little baby boy. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. And you're one of my favorite humans, and you always will be. We have that connection, Jessica. The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx, he lived in the age of the Storm Surge, as I did. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electro-technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. But the fact that he just, like, shows up randomly, the fuck? Preservation's early goals seem noble enough, exploring treatments for leaven sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? Such big words. Sorry. I do not pretend to fully understand Calix's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservations. We've already seen how he's employed the stimulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who registered their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calix's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion with the relic in his possession. He will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. So reflections are the other worlds. We know that the worlds are split up into 13 reflections, and the source is the 14th, since Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, we get it. So he's trying to merge the other worlds. like everyone else has been doing. If we mean to foil Calix's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little bit more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. Baby boy. While Galuja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calix. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. I mean, I suppose. Count me in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep, so shall we stick to the streets of the Solution Night? Sounds like a plan. Thank you, too. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tulliola. Alfino and Alize will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover the sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join your group, if you'll have me. Of course, Speed. You're our bestie now. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geo. Don't do anything stupid. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calix. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. So, this Sveen is the real Sveen, apparently. So, we like her? Yes? No? Maybe? I think so. I mean, I like her. I've always liked Speed. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Are you... Let's see what there is. The people seem uneasy. I didn't know what his question was. I was too busy looking at the chat. I'm so sorry. They do, and I can't say as I blame them. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remained shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. Yeah. Then the moment mortality once again became an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. I know. These poor people. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. So basically, for those who don't know, the story up until this point was that when you died, you were immediately forgotten. so that the people in your life didn't mourn you, essentially, which is, I think, worse than actually death. But it was almost like there was a way for people to almost outlive death to an extent. I think they would just die naturally by old age, but if something were to strike them down, if they were murdered, essentially, they had these things on their head called regulators that would essentially give them a new soul, but they were the same person, just with the soul of someone who was dead, if that makes sense. Okay, I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandra's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it. You all deserve to be happy. And Sphene is supposedly the queen from 400 years ago. I think that covers it. Must not let you down. Now I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just an eventuality. Me? Oh, Svi! Is that a grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me, and they were adamant that I should learn to protect the things most important. I was fortunate to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I laid claim to some small measure of skill. So she's an arcanist. Okay. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups, after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. And then I will go take the east. He'll come with me to take the east. Very well, we shall end our patrol in the plaza just past True View and await you there. Let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully they will earn us a tidbit or 2 we didn't know before. Yeah, that's nothing new. We've been doing that since like day 1. Well, they didn't go very far. I guess we're going this way. Now, I am currently playing as a tank. Whether or not I do the tank in the last dungeon remains to be seen. I may switch to healer just for the insta-Q. But we'll see. We'll see. My bad. I'm just guessing at this point. I don't know what to actually say. Over there. Quite the bit of dialogue for this quest. I feel like I should probably go as white mage. Just because I feel more comfortable as a healer. I just want to do the dungeon so that I'm not left behind. I don't know. I think this is... I don't know what this is for. For Gabbro. I don't know. Oh, what's going on over here? Ahoy, crossbow! It's going. I can't complain. Just figured I'd do a little streaming. It's been a couple months. Maybe half a year. Shh, I don't say that. Ugh. So, essentially you're saying that the people who were killed by the malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? They were... Well, looks like everything's sounded good. The numbers were still tentative and only applied to that one zone. We don't know where they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more... Oh, is it using this one? Could be using this one. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I don't know which one it was using. Probably the webcam. I don't know what's happening. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is inevitability. Chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower than I expected, so Calix has chosen that least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone! With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 Willings without all this madness. I know, Horacio, I know. I got FOMO. I got FOMO real bad. Because there's all this new content and I was far behind. You make a good point. Perhaps... could something have been done to the victims? I wonder, what about the sanitation worker story? She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust? Uh-oh. Dust, but no bodies. Now, where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erebor from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us much the same. I do remember. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it. I do remember that. That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if the substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calix's murderous... We need your help. I've lost control of the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Uh-oh. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? No, I'm on the other side of the city. Damn it, our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go. What's happening? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not creepy at all.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Leave him alone.
Me after a few shots of tequila.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Good idea. Just gonna leave the dead body there. I love Final Fantasy XIV. The new patch and everything. There's a new patch, by the way,
Do
so...
you know anyone else in this sector who
if
no
you haven't
longer
played
wears a
it,
regulator?
you know, spoilers.
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Uh-oh.
Go to them, quickly!
I want Sven's outfit. I want that outfit.
Wayakwe!
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
Oh no.
Mother, please.
Good thing I changed to White Mage. Heal her.
Isadora!
Heal her. Oh, okay. I can help too! I can help too! I'm a White Mage! I changed just for this!
Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
No, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss.
Miss. I'm on Hyperion. I know it's a impacted server. See? We should have done it in the beginning. I told you, I'm a healer. I switched specifically to do this.
Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon. I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending to my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. He's dead. Yeah, we'll do that one. Our comrade, do you think he may have been struck down? We just literally said he was dead. If he's wounded or worse, I should go to him. He's dead. Wait, please, it isn't safe. You still need to rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isidore for me? We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful of yourself. He's dead. He's dead. Speen, come back, Speen. Wait, where am I going? Over here? He's dead. See, that's him over there. He's dead. Oh, maybe him? Maybe not. Isidore, it's going to be alright then. I'm so glad. Yeah, no, that's him. He's dead. I've just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comer was beyond saving, I'm afraid. Poor thing. Oh well, such is life. That brave soul, he gave his life to save another. He died protecting me? I don't understand why any of this is happening. The sentry was behaving normally like any other. Then all of a sudden it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder. Moida. What Moida? Okay. Hopeful Oblivion member? He's a child. Is it over? Oh. Oh, she's a child. My bad. I'm sorry. I misgendered her. I'm sorry, by the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Has something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. Then we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulars, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Oh, thanks. Here, take these communicators. We have link shells. We made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. We have link shells. YK has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Geode, where is you? Perhaps he's somewhere else. See no sign. Geode, answer me! There's no response. Perhaps you should continue to search. Uh-oh, what's going on over there? Oh, it's just people. It's other players. You said there should be the next logical place. Geode, what are you doing?
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. been busy.
Oh, you're alive. Thank the gods. Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it.
What is that? Uh-oh. Is it drawing the ether from that? Huh.
That dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells.
Get out of there, Geode. Oh no, it's an old boat. Uh-oh.
Shit.
Of course. Of course.
Damn you! You can't be here. You
Yeah,
need to
I
run
can't
now.
fix it. OBS won't let me fix it. Uh-oh. Dafook?
A trap.
It's a horror game. The new patch is a horror game. What can I say? This is just a horror game.
Take care of the others, eh?
Ah, I'm too late. Boo.
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe?
He was probably already killed and then turned into dust. Yeah. Let me get my magic stick out. Yep.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
It's Calyx. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
The music's not helping the
Ether
whole
sufficient to generate 5,000 endless.
horror
How would you
vibe
acquire
going
it?
on here.
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now?
Bitch, oh, rude.
I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
You would only see... That is it Shadowbringer's artifact weapon? Yeah, Shadowbringers. I'll hunt your harvest by defeating you. Let me kill you. Oop, I guess I probably shouldn't say that. Let me destroy you.
It was foolish of me to even ask. I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Try and take it from me. Try. The pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell he left behind, was that his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Maybe? Damn you, Calyx, damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if her reflection stolen either allowed for even more Endless, why, that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who would think of that? Not I. You literally just thought of it, crime. Certainly not I. Oh, it's okay. We know only too well there is not noble in this sacrifice. It's okay, Cryo. It's okay. I'll protect you. Oh my. Oh my. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession. It falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents in the reflections elsewhere. Sure. We should return to the back room. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Wawa K to meet us there as well. Gratia, my future husband. Voiced by Jonathan Bailey, which you all know I am in love with. Oh, girl. I'm sorry. empty. Nope, still around. Okay. Let's go.
Our dear Geode.
Geode.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
Oh, it's not your fault, Golulja.
This isn't your fault, Golulja. The blame lies with Calix, and with him alone. It's all so senseless.
I love her hair color, too.
Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives. What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calix for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
Oh, it's not your fault, nostalgia.
Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
It's weird to hear American accents in this game because
Stay
they've been
here and get
using
some rest.
like European
I'll make
accents for
sure
so long.
nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Caught me off guard.
Thank you.
She better not do something stupid. She better not.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calix is hiding.
We still haven't found out?
But not right now.
Oh, they're mourning. Sorry.
We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
We don't have time.
Oh, Geode.
Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer though, and is surely taking it the hardest. And that's on top of what happened to Kakiwa. Oh, Kakiwa. Do you think we could check in on her? See how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. I need to press on with the hunt for Calix, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this. I know. As you said, you need time to work through it. Grief does weird things to people, I get it. You're right, I ought to heed on my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. Kafkiwa used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to the Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber too. Like it shows. I don't want to be your shoulder. Right then, let's go to Everkeep for a bit. I don't want to. Just give me the new dungeon. I get it. I should be sad that we lost someone, but you know what? I'm not. And it's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air wheelers. They've had their communications models removed, so even Calix shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word, and we're all set. Mount the air wheelers. I'm great at mounting things. Oh, they did it for me. Wait, I can fly! These air wheelers are Janolt's babies. We won't... Oh, okay, see? Where are we going? For years now, we've been taking one out for a turn, whatever. I need to lighten my mood. We're driving very slow, by the way. Sometimes Gio would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive. Did you love him? I think she loved him. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. I love the music of this area too. Phew, that's helped clear my head a touch. You know, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the memories from my regular days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear past today. It's okay. If I need to kill things, I will. White Mage powers activate. Easy peasy. It's okay. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Now that it's not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and the Straight speed clearly didn't do you justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear. Now, shall we? Can we just go in there? Giving me Kafkiwa leaving us
Whenever
vibes.
we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
In Geode's memory. Multitasking, love that for us.
Oh,
Oh. Nostalgia. See, she didn't do anything.
what are the two
Stupid.
of you doing here?
My baby girl
I
cried.
had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I love Kryle. Kryle, Graha, Alphinaud, Alizet, all the science. I love them all. Even Orion J and his silly way of speaking.
I suppose I could spare a moment. They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Girl, I got the power of the echo. I can go look at myself for myself.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
So you are a whore.
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument.
Not that there's anything
First-time
wrong with
customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine, that was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That would make sense, actually.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it.
I wonder what the old name used to be.
An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided.
That's right. Just smiling. I know. But I'm curious to know what the name used to be before it became Oblivion.
Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course.
See, I don't fear death. I feel being forgotten.
Time we got back to work.
I think that's why I like
you.
streaming
Everyone.
and having myself on social medias and out there.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
I like getting personal. What can I say? But yeah, I think that's just one of those. I've never feared death, but just like being forgotten has always been like, because if you are forgotten, did you truly ever exist? I mean, you did exist, but it's like, you know. Starting every waking moment, working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part. I don't need any of these. I'll do piety. Darkness in the heart. This time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid us in narrowing down the possibilities. I mean, scientifically, yes, it does make a sound. Just because no one's there to hear it doesn't mean that it doesn't make a sound. After all, they were the first to break away from the preservation, establish an organization resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right directions. What are your plans? I don't know. Is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you finish tending to Shale, of course. Seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on, I've got others to speak with before I return to Blackroom. There's no one here. Who are you going to talk? Oh, there's people here. Solution 9. Oh, speak with her on the outskirts. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, well, obviously I don't have my mount, so I can't do that. So we'll just teleport there. Sorry, I choked on my saliva. Well, it's the new kitty mount. I don't like the music. What's with the music? Why is it so? Thank you for coming. As I mentioned, it would benefit from your worldly experience. And girl, it is worldly. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. It is even considering the current state of affairs. As I'm yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? I hope to be proven wrong if here's something is not right. That's why the music is so... You're not wearing a regulator. Don't you know the end is coming? Well, if it's your life to lose, I got myself one of these new regulators and registered a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone registers. Pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Oh, please tell me you brought more neo-regulars. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some, or perhaps Queen's Feed? You may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death a second thought. But now now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to be. Girl, sorry, but you did. Greetings, I remember when you visited with Queen's Feed. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Not knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulars has reached a fever pitch. I, personally, was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on, and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. Yeah, that's not creepy. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. They're calling me out. I'm sorry, my free company is calling me out. So what do you think? Was I right to her? Yes. The fear is palpable. Yes, what is it? The people are overwhelmed with certainty and fear. With each new registration, the fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them to a full-blown panic? Can you come to a resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lemon and Alfino. What is going on here? It sounds like he wants us there in a hurry. We should go. The Meso Terminal. Oh, that's right. That's where the new dungeon is. Alfino.
What's happened?
Yeah, what's happened? Tell us. What's going on?
Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you.
To find you.
Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail.
Instilling fear into them.
Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity.
They have the neo-regulars, which is why they're smiling. They're like, Death, who's that?
Hope for it. Wish for it. Pray for it. We will become endless.
revolution's brilliance will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Vauklamat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
Yeah, that's not gonna... They're not gonna listen to that.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
You are. Well, you still are. They were just... You'll always be their queen, Calix has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet, if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Lamont, please let them shelter in William. We welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we had best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calix is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Violence and fear. This is not the future of sheet music for... To be fair, Andy, that's what you get for not logging into Twitch. Juliola would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms, but what if the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What if the bright haven of peace and laughter? Look, Lamont. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was a promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take it in my arms and keep safe, and that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. It's like she's dead. I would be yours as well, Svi. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue. And you do the same for me. And that's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. Don't forget about me. Oh, I don't want to be friends with these. Oh, okay, fine. I'll be there to protect you too. How could we? We'd not be here. We'd not be where we are without you. Right. We got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? Here you are, Kuluja. My little big boy. Splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Ellie's and the others said you were here. Good news. We found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories in Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation in a containment complex 10 to 29 it's called. It's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took us so long to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? I suppose. And up. We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate the said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Ready to head on up? Next stop, the 10th level. Let's go! Get ready for jump scares. This is a horror game after all. This is little Final Fantasy. This is Final Resident Evil Fantasy.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
You are a cat. You should be able to see perfectly in the dark.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
He's so excited.
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City.
No.
As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
Ready. I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
You're a treasure, Shale. Sounds like you. You want a gentle... No, you're a treasure. She doesn't need an energy drink.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
Okay, what do I need to do?
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
What else is new?
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely. And personally, I hope he does.
What? Oh, so you can punch him in his face. Oh, we all. You all know our main objectives. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail, and I've learned of a certain device that should help us. Do just that. I'll explain how we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. We're on a hunt now. Oh, now as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. The room we're in is the researcher's commons located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. Okay. So we should cut across the circular chamber in the middle, yes. Yes, we should, but fortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some or can't you, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of block is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it, but in any case, I can't. You might want to look around and see if anyone left the security card behind. Damn it, Andy, you're not supposed to spoil things. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. It shouldn't surprise me if we found one. I'd be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? See, I told you, it's final Resident Evil Fantasy 14. I expect we'll have most luck looking for the let's check this one. Rifle through. Discover a card-shaped object. Well, that was easy. Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try another door to see if it opens. Wow. 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 So hard to figure that out. Spoilers, you collect the sparkles. My whole life is collecting sparkles. You hold it and you open the door to open it. Gasp. You did it! It's open! And a good thing too, I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I'm curious though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by Director Demetrius, or so the terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onwards, the door to the director office across the central field. I need another keycard, don't I? The scanner beeps in disapproval. Maybe we need a different card? Yeah. Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay shakes me, we'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope so. Let's start Roto Lab. The door is already open at least. We'll find a way through together. I'm sure of it. So we're going that way. Told you. We're just... The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into the large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted experiments to create analysts? Maybe. But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way to the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, school will jump in the door locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. Skim through the entries. Let's see. Today we began employment presentation. Actually, correct. Master Calyx philosophy is at a meeting with Director Calyx, I've heard other praise of the morning was for full floors means as secretary. Malala? Oh, Malala, duh. Later total shape of been painting and science fiction and age. Tomorrow I've been assigned to assess some research. No. The results of experiment show marked improvements in ether extraction. At least we've achieved that. I will preserve the historic number 158. Was that it? No. Let's go Woodlot. Oh my god. 20193. $11,509. Seems to be about right. Leave the locker open. You got the locker open. You know what? I don't need your excuses, Andy. I'm gonna say level 2. We need level 3, didn't we? Yes, but now it opens the other door, and then we go and get this. My parents were once part of us, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed Calyx and the philosophy underwent the conservation of endless entities, but I assume those who could not or would not eventually left the organization altogether. I almost forgot, the researchers kept journals on their data tables. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex afterwards was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe we can read more on the other tablets there? Right, let's move the investigation to another room. Well, we have the due to the maintenance facilities first left. Let's back to the hub and we'll open the door. Good? Okay. Yes, it opens. So where should we go back to, or the facilities? Let's start with the lab. Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply room for the ship is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be found in facilities. I don't need lumber or poutine. I'm actually not a fan of poutine. Tried it. Wasn't a big fan of it. Maybe I just need to try some better poutine. KG power supply? No good. It's returning an error. There must be preliminary... According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. That's the power generator over there, isn't it? Probably. Yes, by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage found. But how does it send power to the other labs? Ah, I see. Energy cable attached to those bases down the hall directly to the which means we need to connect the generators to that cable. Oh, motherfucker. What about these pattern number? Any circuits we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using control panels that each tiles we created on broken path. Indeed, if we could look around for written procedures, we'll keep digging. Ugh. I can do it. I've used this type of machine before. Hey, would you be willing to try and become certified? The rest of us can help by supplying with whatever information. It's literally just attaching them. Like, that's not... Easy peasy. Easy peasy. It worked. We did it. I know. I'm just that good. We should be fully powered. Let's proceed. If I may, can we access a certain data log before moving? Caught my eye preservation's early days in the title. Let's see. Preservation Alexandria Institute for Technological Development was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calix designs for new defensive solutions founded by a large party by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calix funneled preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the Storm Surge began. I was tending to my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. But still, he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to injustice or death. Even now I can hear the single-minded well behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to his somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports of endless research and other less urgent matters. No, I don't think you need a professional account. I think you just, when you go live, there's a way to do it, but I use OBS Streamlabs, so when I go live, there's a way to, like, you have to go live on IG, then you copy and paste the keys, and then OBS Streamlabs does the rest for me. But I pay for the monthly thing to be able to multi-stream. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs that mortality is cruel and unjust. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow it to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? It's not. Pay Andy no mind. I've done my job correctly. The door to the tutor lab should be accessible now, and I'll give everything a once over just to be sure. The energy card seems to be stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. The security card, if you please. Oh, and quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Aw, thank you, Mr. Johnny Ray. Right, I'll get this one open. I will say hi to you. Hi. Smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. God's above. Isn't that? It's the key. Wait, how did they get it? I thought I had the key. Did they steal it from me? Key to interdecimal fusion? That looks to be the schematic on the monitor. And they've used it to make another key, but isn't it missing the shard inside? The one that I have? Yeah, I do. We may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally a Malala relic. Once this treasure came into possession, preservation began working to harness power across dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. So what might that tell us? The crystal itself is the key. Hi, Marvel. Thank you. And happy Thursday to you. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents. I don't know what she said. Cure may try preservation augmented electrodes, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who viewed the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I will have to enlist Strolla's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is a priority. Hopefully there is a security card here that grants us access to direct them. The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards up behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is noted to us. Right, because we have 1 and 2. I don't need those. I found it. Let's have Cheryl examine it to be sure. Well, well, that isn't exactly what we needed. Sorry, am I not supposed to find it? Oh, level 3, that should get us into the director's office. So, what was it you were hoping to find in here again? You were saying that a certain device is going to help us? Right. I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. Thanks. After we discovered the ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume that he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activity. To monitor what you, as the keyholder, are planning. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we can follow back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all the surveillance traffic, then we can find out where he is. We can pinpoint Calyx's position, exactly. I got it. I understood what you were saying. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be entirely on the wrong track. Maybe the reason he's the top of us is because he can. Back in the old castle, Cal said he was measuring Eber's strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than him? I don't know. Oh, speaking of cameras, there was another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see. Well, I'll start.
to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you
bastard!
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
I know, it's almost my bedtime. She wanted to leave and he executed her? I checked the images against the personal data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calix. Cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I'm not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through the portal, even as preservation closed in on them. I dared not ask what became of them after that, but if it turns out they were captured by the pursuers, and they were... I'm sure they managed to escape. Yeah, lighthearted. I want to believe they did, and even if they didn't, I hope they at least enjoyed what time they had as endless. Oh, Cryo. At least you got to meet them. Very not Speed. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and preservations. What we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every trace of their movements. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. It's true. Right, let's press on, shall we? This tale behind the keep deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office! There we go. so let's head inside. Now to find the data relay. Don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. The whole place is odd to them. They have no idea what's going on here. This is all just... They don't know what's going on. Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Sorry, could I ask you others search out for any clues? Amongst the others, there's a person with clothes. Docker stands next to the table. Figure out the data tablet, we get skimming through the contents. Nothing of note, the mystery of the key's activation condition remains on. Key trigger explosion today. Temporary dimensional portal verified. Continues. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory facility of 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for ether reclaiming. Nothing of note. Rejected 2 Malala researchers. Major incident. Details and full report. These 2 inept Malala broke with preservation and absconded with the key. Though the fugitives have since been caught and eliminated. Oh, so they killed them. Okay. Whoa. We were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct the experiments. Deprived of the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of its disappointment in me. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to ether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived, and any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calyx's discretions. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the switch-off protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, I must keep this complex in pristine condition, whether it be needed for an experiment or otherwise. It must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Calyx requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. What does that mean? Requires password to be input at terminals in Protolab. Oh, no, perhaps discovery. Maybe found something? Thank you. A misplaced note, was it? It wasn't misplaced. It literally was in plain sight. With instructions for accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There's no such room marked on the map, was there? No, a precautionary measure, no doubt. And if passwords are involved, I expect the access lift itself is concealed too. Concealed by electro-P mean. Could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past it. Remember what Kakiwa used to say, Shale? Never trust an electrope surface. Electrope isn't always what it appears to me. You can pass right through electrope. Oh, of course. Electrope is how you alter the look of all solutions, 9 floors and walls, isn't it? In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. Another door! I've managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Didn't the notes lay out the password protocol? I say we go ahead and try it. I agree. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the proto lab. Then I'll take the Dutro lab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sven. Your knowledge of Alexandria's people could be needed here. Yes, you're right. If the passwords are hiding behind clues, that may be something I can help with. I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria after all. I will take the lab. We can keep in touch via communicator to match our timing. You shall have the honor of entering the office password. Once you've determined what we need to take your place at the terminal and stand by to guide Wilcomont crowd through the process. You know, there is a display over there. The one with the gems, though it senses me, it might have some other purpose. And I couldn't find any switches or buttons on it. Maybe you can figure it out. Oh. Oh? Oh? Oh. You quietly shut the locker door. That's intense. It's missing a spine. It's missing a stone. A sapphire, garnet. And it's missing a spine. I'll have fun gooning. There's there's nothing there. It's rectangle. Thank you. Well, Alexandrite. There we go. It's a floor plan of this complex. Wait, what? You let jewel code come in handy. Let me see. Heed the stones. There must be special meanings Alexandrians have for gems. It's an old belief, I think, where each gem means something different. I bet if you ask Fiend, she could tell you more. Fiend! Symbol of Alexandria. Well, I was taught the Alexandria represent the concept of protection is incidentally also the origin of Alexandria's name. Oh, are you thinking it has something to do with the password? Well, you see, there's some stones over there. Sapphire, as you, well, you say, well, I guess they all have meanings. Alexandrite is protection, sapphire represents honesty, and garnet symbolizes devotion. You should try these words at the terminal and see. Protolab. I don't know what the Protolab was. Protolab is this one? Sapphire. I don't remember what it is. So protection is what I use. It's the word I use. Sapphire is honesty. Garden is devotion. So it's devotion, honesty, protection. So sapphire. The sapphire is at top. That's the. So Wuklamad is honesty. Honesty. Devotion. Protection. She needed a step stool. Oh, I'm so glad that worked. The secure room is the only place we've yet to search. If the data relay is anywhere, it has to be there. We'll venture in as soon as Wiplemont crowd rejoin us. Alright everyone, time to board the lift to see where it takes us.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is. But whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
It's an Apple laptop.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in Living Memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
The ether?
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
The computer? In a world formed of data. The mesoterminal.
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electro-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Alexandria, when we ran Alexandria.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the mesoterminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in Living Memory.
You did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended.
But someone started
the
it back up.
The mesoterminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Spheen's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the mesoterminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
But would that work?
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the Keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
I'm sorry. The cameras love me. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Time's up. And what a waste of time it's been. hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you.
Yeah, what?
Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal. Storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless.
I'm just staring blankly at him.
Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part. As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine.
Oh? Oh?
Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key.
It was love.
I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me?
He's like, that bitch.
Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
That was her getting mad?
Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
I'm with you. What up, Timmy? Oh, Sphene, it's okay. She's just so happy.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you
I
as
don't
our
know if you
champions.
need a business account. But because I use OBS and I pay for the multi-stream package, I just punched in the stuff. I think if you go on Instagram via a PC as opposed to your phone, when you go live, it'll give you keys to use, and then you just kind of plug those in as needed. It may not have been by the method show. Was hoping for release between now and over to find Calyx. Yes, indeed. We'll remain curious about Preservation's research into the key that is an investigation for no end. So I stream on multi-platforms. I do Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. I used to be able to do Twitter. Any site that you can stream, you can do on OBS. So I just do multi-stream. I'll just pay the subscription and do it. It makes it a lot easier. Okay. So I've had a business account for a while, so I don't know if you need one. So I don't. But yeah. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be much help in that. I've had a business account for a while, so I don't know. This is before they even allowed to stream. Streaming on IG is fairly new as well. I would say maybe within the past year that they just allowed people to start doing it. So I'm not entirely sure how to go about doing it. Yeah. But on that note, unfortunately, the sleepy time meds are kicking in right now, and clearly you can probably look at my face and see that I'm falling asleep here. But we will pick this back up, and we'll finish up hopefully the next time I stream, which I have no idea what that'll be. Next week, maybe. I don't know. But we'll finish up the storyline and hopefully move into doing the new raid. That's my hope. And I'm sorry. I know. It's life. Life got in the way. I ended up getting a social life and things like that. Anyways. Good night, everyone.